talking. It's a cheap disguise. We were made to chase the light, but you got saved on a moonless night. Get free tonight, set it all on fire. And fever dreams, talking in your sleep, said I'm gonna leave right before the red sun rises. Get free tonight, set it all on fire. You've been running, 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 holding on to nothing, running till it's gone. Oh, honey, see the light is coming. Love is all you wanted, the fire burning low. So, hold me, grab my hand, be your own.
The story starts and ends too soon, but I know every word, and it goes like this, and it goes like this, and it goes like this. And it goes like this, and it goes like this, and it goes like this. Empty chair, time stood still, I couldn't move. April came, the garden grew, time moves forward, and it goes like this, and it goes like this, and it goes like this.
This broadcast is a production of Oneida Indians Live and the Oneida Special School District. No part of the audio or video from this broadcast may be redistributed or retransmitted without express written consent from the Oneida Special School District.
following is a presentation of the Oneida Indians Network in collaboration with the IH Sports Network and South Fork Network.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications' world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
Tommy's Motorsports is East Tennessee's premier power sports dealership. We're a full-service dealership offering sales, parts, and service with 2 locations to serve you. In Clinton, you'll find Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, Wave Runner, Polaris, Slingshot, and Homestead trailers. In Crossville, you'll find Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Bad Boy, Roxor, and Yamaha. Come in today and see why Tommy's Motorsports has developed the highest reputation for quality and customer service.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Parts and service with 2 locations to serve you. In Clinton, you'll find Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, Wave Runner, Polaris, Slingshot, and Homestead trailers. In Crossville, you'll find Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Bad Boy, Roxor, and Yamaha. Come in today and see why Tommy's Motorsports has developed the highest reputation for quality and customer service.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
We welcome you back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network for softball action tonight between the Oneida Lady Indians and the Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers. Jonathan Markham bringing you the call tonight, joined by Bo Kidd with Lucas Laxton and Amarian Kidd helping us on camera. Tonight is senior night for the Lady Indians. So we're going to turn it over to Bo Kidd with Senior Day festivities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jack E. Lay Sports Complex here at Bear Creek for today's Senior Day contest between the Lady Tigers of Pigeon Forge and your Oneida Lady Indians. Before today's contest gets underway, we would like to recognize this year's senior class of 2025. First up is number 9, Miss Ashlyn Cotton. Ashlyn is the daughter of John and Regina Cotton. She is a 4-year member of the OHS softball and soccer teams, a 3-year member of the OHS Beta Club and OHS Best Buddies, a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, while also being a dual enrollment student for 2 years. After graduation, Ashlyn plans to attend the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga with hopes of being a physical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, Miss Ashlyn Cotton. Next is number 2, Miss Melanie Lee. Melanie is the daughter of Sean and Ashlyn Lee. She is a 4-year member of the OHS softball team, a 3-year member of OHS Best Buddies, a 1-year member of the OHS soccer team, 1-year member of the YSLI Junior Stand Board, and a certified CNA through TCAT. After graduation, Melanie plans to attend the LPN program at TCAT and work for Quality Home Health. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, Miss Melanie Lee. Next is number 10, Miss Kennedy Shoemaker. Kennedy is the daughter of Jeremy and Megan Shoemaker. She is a 4-year member of the OHS softball and basketball teams, a 3-year member of the OHS Beta Club, a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, and a 2-year dual enrollment student. She is also active in her youth group and children's ministry at New Haven Baptist Church. After graduation, Kennedy plans to attend Roane State Community College and complete the 2+2 program with Tennessee Tech and earn a degree for elementary education to teach kindergarten. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Miss Kennedy Shoemaker. Next, number 20, Miss Shayla Shoemaker. Shayla is the daughter of Ethan and Sherry Shoemaker. She is a 4-year member of the OHS softball team, a 2-year dual enrollment student, a 1-year member of OHS Best Buddies, and a state-certified CNA through TCAT. After graduation, Shayla plans to attend East Tennessee State University and obtain a BSN RN with hopes of working at East Tennessee Children's Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, number 20, Miss Shayla Shoemaker. And finally is number 22, Miss Shiloh Shoemaker. Shiloh is also the daughter of Ethan and Sherry Shoemaker. She is a 4-year member of the OHS softball team, a 3-year member of the OHS Beta Club, and OHS Best Buddies, a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, and a 2-year dual enrollment student. After graduation, Shiloh plans to attend East Tennessee State University to get a degree in radiology technology. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Miss Shiloh Shoemaker. Ladies, we thank you for your contributions to the OHS softball program. Your hard work and dedication will always be remembered as you are Lady Indians for life. We will miss you and wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the OHS softball senior class of 2025.
Thank you for that, Bo, and just a great group of seniors all around. We're sad to see them go, but you know they got this game on this field, and I'm sure they're gonna want to make the most of it here.
5 4-year members of this program right here, fantastic young ladies. This is going to be a hard group to see leave.
All right. So that means we are getting ever closer to first pitch, as we're likely going to see starting lineups and national anthem here in just a couple minutes. But, Bo, if you can pull up anything statistics-wise you want to talk about. Excuse me.
I'm trying to find the starting lineups first so we can do
Well,
some.
I'll talk about the record because I can pull that up. You're just gonna have to give me a second. This rain delay has really it's messed a lot of things
up. It has
up.
thrown us for a loop.
This game had a 6 o'clock start, and it is a doubleheader. There are 2 games being played this evening. So, and Bo, correct me if I'm wrong. We will be bringing you both of those.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So, coming into this one, the Lady Indians having a record of 7-17. Their most recent game being an 11-0 win over the Cumberland County Lady Jets. That was just last evening up here at the Jackie Lay Sports Complex. Of course, we had baseball that evening. But that, of course, being an 11-0 run rule. Kennedy Shoemaker with the walk-off for the run rule in that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise and your caps.
We are going to now observe the national anthem, so please bear with us as we do. All right, getting straight into it after the observance of our national anthem, and we'll be back with first pitch after the. Nope, now we're going to stay right here as we're going to get right underway in this one. So no starting lineups announced this evening, but I can give you the defensive alignment for the Lady Indians, as I can see right here. Towing the rubber is, of course, Jolie Duncan, the workhorse pitcher out here for the Lady Indians this season. Doing the catching will be Cadence Llewellyn. First base will be Shayla Shoemaker. Lillian Haley at second. Melanie Lee at shortstop. Kennedy Shoemaker at third base. I don't have my glasses on. Does anyone? Who's that in left field over there?
Looks like Cameron Lee. Nope.
Is that Cameron Lee?
Looks like Cameron Lee.
I do not have my glasses on. I can't tell you who that is.
Looks like Cam Lee in left, Ashlyn Cotton in center.
I see Ashlyn Cotton in center.
That is Shiloh Shoemaker in right. First to third is Shayla Shoemaker. That's Lillian.
I got the infield.
Yep. All right, here we go.
First batter up of the game for the Lady Tigers will be number 24. First pitch from Duncan is going to be grounded first base side. Shoemaker's going to field it on the backhand and take it over for a quick out on the first pitch of the game. Fundamental defensive play by Shayla Shoemaker there. Able to get that quick out just on that first pitch of the game. Next pitch from Duncan is, I don't know if that was foul tipped or just a swinging strike. Regardless, the count's 0-1 as this is number 14. Next pitch. It's going to be a little outside. Count moves to 1-1.
Jolie Duncan has had a great last couple of weeks for the Lady Indians. Once again, we talked about it the other night. I'm not sure how last night went. Of course, we were over there doing the baseball game, but we'll look that up. I know how many strikeouts did she have last night? Do you remember? 4 or 5? We'll double-check that.
That one's going to be called strike 3.
Starting off strong again.
And that's 2 quick outs to begin the game for the Lady Indians.
Go back and take a look at that from last night. Box score. Looks like Jolie finished last night with 5 strikeouts, so that's 18 strikeouts in the last 2 contests for Jolie.
Stepping up for the Lady Tigers, number 5, the 3-hole hitter. Pitch is in there, strike 1.
And I believe I'll have to go back here and double check. I was looking at it earlier today. Right now, she broke earlier this week. She broke over the century mark on strikeouts for the season.
Over the century mark.
101. Now right there actually was strikeout number 102 on the season.
Congratulations to that young lady. And that's number 103 right there as she's getting the strikeout for the quick 1-2-3 inning. And that's going to take us very quickly to the bottom of the first after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Vigilance Security and Technology offers cutting-edge security solutions tailored for industrial, commercial, and residential spaces. With our 4K resolution cameras, expert installation, and comprehensive networking services, you'll experience unparalleled clarity and peace of mind. Secure your future with the team that goes the extra mile. Call Vigilance today. 423-286-3533.
Welcome back for the bottom of the first here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network after a quick 1-2-3 inning by Jolie Duncan. The 2 strikeouts and the ground out only on 8 pitches. So now the Lady Indians going to try to mount some offense here in the bottom of the first. Get out in front early and try to maintain an early lead.
This is McFadden in the circle for Pigeon Forge. As we'll take a look at the defensive alignment. Blevins at first, Avila at second, Rojas at short, Nunez at third, and then left field, or the outfield from left to right is Dove, Posadas, and looks to be Moore. No, Moore is behind the plate. I apologize. I don't see. Waiting to see who's actually in right. I can't see that number.
Normally, I probably would be able to tell you, but I can't hear.
That's all right.
I left my glasses with a certain unnameable art teacher.
Oh, I got you.
I probably could name him. I just don't want to.
I got you.
His family's watching.
I got you.
What we do know is that at the plate is Lillian Haley for the Lady Indians.
Lillian's had a nice season, especially the last couple of weeks. This young lady has been on a tear as a freshman leading off, and that's a tough role to take on as a freshman leadoff hitter on this team.
Fly one out into left field. It's going to bounce right in front of the left fielder. She's going for 2, and she'll pull in.
Young lady's got wheels. There's no doubt about that, and there was nothing touched right there. That's going down as a double.
So now that brings up the 2-hole hitter, senior Ashlyn Cotton. So with Haley on second, great opportunity to drive in a run for Cotton here.
Once again, a win this afternoon by the Lady Indians over Pigeon Forge will help them lock in the 4th place seed in the district tournament, which a 4th place seed will give you a home game in the play-in game for the tournament next week. It looks as if the Indians can get the victory here this afternoon, they'll actually host Pigeon Forge here next week once again.
First pitch to Cotton is a foul ball grounded down the third base line. Starting things off 0-1.
Lineup for the Lady Indians looks like it's going to be Haley Cotton and Lou Allen.
And Haley's going to take third there. Ball's going to get away. Haley's going to come around and score.
So she steals third and then comes home on the air and gives the Lady Indians an early 1-0 lead here in the first.
Didn't even need any action out of Cotton.
She's going to step in with a 2-0 count. Actually, no, it should be 1-1. Didn't she foul one off?
That's correct.
So maybe it's 0-2. Up, strike 3. There it is. He was backwards on his.
I don't know. For some reason, when Lillian started stealing, I reset all of my counters.
I got you. You're good.
But that is the first out of the inning, regardless. And that brings up
Cadence Lou Allen.
That is Cadence Lou Allen, another freshman,
who's taken on another tough role here this year.
She's going to ground one to the pitcher, and they're going to feed it to the first baseman for the easy out.
She's come in and been playing catcher the last couple of weeks for the Lady Indians, but has done a great job back there behind the plate for the Lady Indians. But now here comes senior Kennedy Shoemaker to the plate.
And, Bo, we talked about it last night, as that first pitch is going to be a little bit low for a ball. The image of being a senior on senior night, it either kills you. I'm not going to say kills your confidence, but
it puts added pressure on you.
Either adds pressure or gives you the biggest confidence boost in the world.
Absolutely. And right now, I believe it's going to be just a thing right now. You're in ease right now. You've got a 1-0 lead early on in the game. You should be a little relaxed coming up to the plate. And she was perfect from the plate yesterday as well. So.
And now right here, she's facing a 3-0 count. Seen 3 straight balls. And she'll step back in.
And Kennedy is one of those that wants to be swinging the bat. There's no questions.
But that one's going to run in, and I believe it hit her.
Yep. Squared her right on the quad.
So would have gone down as a walk either way, but it's going to be scored as a hit by pitch.
Yep, she takes it the hard way. She takes first base the hard way.
So now that brings up that's Cameron Lee right there, I believe, correct?
That is correct. Jeremy Shoemaker, our scorekeeper for the Lady Indians, down there trying to help them keep a dry ball in as much as possible.
Like the towel he has flung over his shoulder.
Done that many a time.
She's going to foul one off there. It'll be 0-1. He kind of looks like a dishwasher.
Yeah.
The towel.
I would
the
never.
The profession, not the appliance.
I was going to say, I would never call him that, though. I promise you that.
Jeremy's a great guy.
He's a great guy. Does a fantastic job. And thankful that he's been a part of the program now for the last 4 years.
That one, maybe kind of a pitch out there as that goes out and the catcher looks back. Shoemaker leading off first base. Counts 1-1. As Lee's going to ground one right through the 5-6 gap. It's going to squeak through the left fielder's legs. Shoemaker's digging for third. So Shoemaker ends up at third, and Lee ends up at second. So now 2 runners in scoring. Oh, wait a minute.
Ball got away.
Ball got away again.
Oh, no.
So now another run comes in as Shoemaker touches the plate, and that puts Cameron Lee at third base.
Yeah, ball got thrown around a little bit. First off, it went past the left fielder, so that allowed everybody to get an extra 60 feet. Then the throw went over the head of the shortstop and trickled all the way down across the first base line. So that brought another 60 feet on. So now Lady Indians lead 2-0 with a runner standing at third and 2 down.
And that is a big opportunity for the pitcher, Jolie Duncan, who now steps up to the plate. First pitch is going to be a ball. Cameron Lee thought about taking home plate on that one, but decided against it for one reason or another. As Jolie's going to pop that one foul, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, caught that one a little bit inside on the hands and put that one straight up and into foul territory. And, of course, with softball bats comparative to baseball bats, the handle much longer than on a baseball bat. So if you catch one in on the handle for a softball bat, I promise you, it does not tickle.
She's going to foul another one off there. It's 1-2. What do you think of the new torpedo bats? They're kind of like softball
for baseball.
bats.
They sort of are,
They're
but
sort of like softball bats.
You know, I actually am a fan of them. I really am. Who would have thought? I mean, the innovation's been there for a long time. Just
as Duncan's going to ground one through for a base hit. That's going to score Cameron Lee from third. And Jolie Duncan's going to be standing on first base after the 2-out single.
RBI single puts the Lady Indians up 3-0, as now we'll see a courtesy runner come in for Duncan. We're going to see who they're going to bring in to run for her. Well, at least I thought we were going to see a courtesy runner. I guess not.
We're just going to see
Shayla Shoemaker
up at the plate.
Another senior.
She's going to fly that one straight up in the air. Shortstop's going to take it for the third out. So the Lady Indians now having a 3-run lead. It's going to take us to the top of the second after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs.
To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters.
With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled.
And music that would have made your heart race.
But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Buying a home can be an exciting but stressful process. However, usually it's over pretty quickly. Building a home, on the other hand, that's a much longer process. And with that long time period comes different pitfalls and dangers. Let our experts at United Cumberland Bank help you navigate this world. Something that you're probably not used to doing, but something that we do on a daily basis.
Welcome back as we're set to begin the top of the second here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. 3 runs coming across for the Lady Indians last inning. So now the Lady Tigers trying to look to amount some offense here as we're going to get the second inning underway. First pitch from Jolie Duncan's going to go high and wide. Oh, I wish Will was here.
I was going to say,
I'm going to say it.
Here's your option.
Say it with me now. Just a bit outside. Tried the corner and missed. That ball's wet. That's why it is.
Absolutely. This is Vasquez at the plate for Pigeon Forge.
That rain delay, we talked about it messing us up. I can't imagine how much it messed the players up.
I'll guarantee it.
That might have been a part of it right there, too, as that ball skips in the dirt. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and it's actually still drizzling out there a little bit. You can see it hitting on the sidewalk right now.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, but, yeah, you're absolutely right. That pitch is going to be a ball again. It's 3-0.
That and the amount of umbrellas that went up very quickly sort of gave it away.
Three and 0 count now. That pitch is going to be called a strike. Moves the count to 3-1.
Yep, found the inside corner there for that strike. Now she's going to try to battle back from a 3-1 count.
That one's also going to be called a strike. And Jolie Duncan has battled back into a full count here.
Jolie's done a nice job with that this year. A lot better this year than she has over the last couple of seasons. And that's the maturity level of Jolie this year as a junior.
That's going to be swung on for strike 3. And that's just a quick out to begin the inning.
Posada now coming to the plate after Duncan recording her 3rd strikeout of the game already.
Did you say Posada?
Yes, that's correct.
Like Jorge. Okay.
Swings and misses at the first one.
Strike one. Starting things off 0-1. That pitch is going to run a little inside, evens things up at 1-1.
Lady Indians in their orange uniforms here this afternoon with white numerals, white lettering, with some white trim, some pinstripes, I believe, down the shoulders, and white pants. Pigeon Forge in their road blacks with orange numerals and orange lettering, white trim. I like the uniforms.
I am also.
I'm a fan. I am a fan of
on
the
both
uniforms.
sides.
Yeah, absolutely. They both look very clean.
And she's going to ground that one back to the pitcher. Duncan's going to field it, fires to Shoemaker at first for the second out of the inning. So now a chance at another quick inning here by the Lady Indians.
Rojas now steps to the plate. Shortstop for Pigeon Forge. See if Duncan's got another 1-2-3 inning in her.
We certainly will. As her first pitch. Maybe just a little high, going to be a ball.
Very compact strike zone.
At least
for this at-bat.
On the y-axis.
Yes.
there's another one.
You're getting mathematical on me, Johnny.
Hey, I'm a numbers guy when it comes to baseball.
I am too. I understand.
You want me to draw you a chart?
No, I'm good.
I'll help you out.
I'm good. I appreciate it.
I'll know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The y-axis. As that's going to land barely foul. Almost kicked back fair.
That ball,
it
nearly stuck right on the line, which would have been a fair ball.
And that is a possibility with this, I'm not going to say fully wet field, but it's definitely not dry.
Very damp, we'll put it that way.
Damp. It's a good word.
This field took a lot of water this afternoon.
I don't know if I like that word. It's a weird word.
Well, I'll put it this way. When we first got up here this afternoon about 4 o'clock, checking the field to make sure everything was going to be good, it looked okay. But it was a very soft infield. You were stepping in and you were sinking just about everywhere that you stepped. And so got some stuff on it to try to dry it out. We looked like we were in pretty good shape. And then all of a sudden the next round of rain came through, and this field has definitely taken a beating this afternoon when it comes to rain.
So she draws the walk there, puts a base runner on first for the Lady Tigers. As up steps number 23. Can you give me a name on that?
This is Posey, third baseman.
As the runner's going to take off for second, ball's going to get away from the catcher, Cadence Llewellyn, and that runner's going to pull into second safely. So now that run in scoring position for the Lady Tigers.
And they're trying their best right now to keep any type of a dry ball in play right now for these ladies. You see the ball being exchanged out just about every other pitch or so. And we're going to run high.
Another one called a ball. So that's 2-0, I believe.
That's correct.
Bo, did you see me just about die when I got that chair stuck on my shoelace?
I did not.
I'm glad. There's another ball that's going to soar and get away from the catcher. She's going to throw down to third, but the runner's going to pull in safely third base. That run's 60 feet away now.
Time called. They're going to try to exchange another ball in. Pigeon Forge threatening now with a run 60 feet away.
They can cut into this lead, maybe give them some much-needed momentum here in the early goings of this one. That one's in there for a strike, moves the count to 3-1.
Oh, runner's hung up between third.
Draws the walk.
She thought about taking off right there, it looked like.
Puts the runners at the corner. She decides not to take off. So those runners are now at the corners. Again, another run just 60 feet away. 2 outs still in this one.
And this is Nunez, the third baseman, to the plate.
First pitch from Duncan. It's going to be a little outside. It's 1-0. They're going to throw down. Now the third Runner at third caught in a rundown now and tagged out for the third out. Attempting to take that extra run, and she gets tagged out in the attempt. So no runs scored this inning by the Lady Tigers. We'll be back after the break for the bottom of the second here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to those who have supported South Fork Physical Therapy for the past 20 years. Because of you, we have been able to live and work in the community we love. We appreciate you, Scott County.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools, we got it. Paint and cleaning supplies, we got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care, we got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
Welcome back here for the bottom of the second on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. As you can see, we're attempting to get that right-handed batter's box a little raked out, cleaned up a little bit.
It's still it is a wet field. There is no doubt about it. And this little bit of rain that continues to just drop right now, not helping matters at all. But trying to get these games in. Once again, these are district contests for both teams, and need to get these in for standings purposes as the postseason starts next week.
Due up first for the Lady Indians this inning is the senior Melanie Lee, as we'll see her take her first hacks in this one.
Melanie has been extra aggressive the last couple of weeks, and I really like it because not only is she being aggressive at the plate, but she's being very aggressive on the base paths, and she is picking up a lot of extra 60 feet very often whenever she gets on the base paths.
She's going to start off 1-0 here. That pitch in there for a strike. Had a bit of movement on it from what I'm seeing up here.
Yeah, started a little inside and came back out and caught the outside corner. That one got her.
Ooh, that hit her. And she's going to take first base by way of the hit by pitch. I believe that was right off the ankle.
Yeah, it looked like it came off it looked like it got the the backside foot of all places. So she'll trot down to first, bringing up another senior in Shiloh Shoemaker.
I have had that happen before. It's rare, but it happens. Where it hits
the back foot?
Well, it hit my back thigh somehow. Shiloh Shoemaker going to ground one third base side. And Lee's going to make it in safely. Ball's going to get away from the second baseman. Lee's going to take third.
See, look at that turn. Look at that turn.
There's another one getting away. And she's going to come in for an extra run for the Lady Indians, now leading 4-0. And Shiloh Shoemaker standing on first base.
That's that aggressiveness that I was talking about, where she gets something going. All of a sudden, that motor just keeps on going. And all of a sudden, she picked up not only third, but it was able to come on home and add to the
That was
Lady Indians
120 feet, and including a run. As Leland Haley's going to sneak one past right there in the 5-6 gap. It's going to be fielded and brought in fairly quickly. And that'll put runners at first and second for the Lady Indians. I mean, you were commenting on that turn from Melanie Lee. That was one of the cleanest turns I've ever seen, especially on a field this wet. I mean, it was a clean turn, and it was an aggressive turn. And that's why she was able to get that extra 60 and score that run.
Pigeon Forge now swapping some defensive alignment yet again. This is the second time I've seen that now in this contest already.
Ashlyn Cotton grounds one down the third base line. It's going to kick over into the corner. Shiloh's coming home, and so is Haley. And they're both going to make it. 2-run score as Ashlyn Cotton pulls into second base with an 2 RBI double.
And that right there was sheer aggressive base running by Lillian Haley. Saw that the throw coming in from left field was not getting there in a hurry. She just turned on the jets, went on around third, and scored.
Brings up Cadence Llewellyn, the catcher. She's going to foul that one off.
No, that was not touched. It was a dropped strike.
Which means Ashlyn Cotton can move up to third base.
Absolutely, and that's that aggressiveness out of the Lady Indians that we've talked about.
Next pitch. In there, strike 2. So now Llewellyn facing an 0-2 count. Bo, I'm looking down right here. Tell me if I'm correct about this. No outs in this inning so far?
There's no outs. Now there is.
Now there is. Cadence
You
Llewellyn.
jinxed it.
Commentator curse.
The commentator curse strikes again.
Well, 1 out now in the inning for the Lady Indians. Brings up senior Kennedy Shoemaker, her second at bat in this one.
Gone on first time by a hit by pitch. This one's going to be a base hit down the line.
And it's going to bring home Ashlyn Cotton for another run. Shoemaker's going to take 2 on this one. She's going to pull into second base with a double.
And that right there, generally any other game, that's a standard single. But the way that the ball came off the bat with a little bit of backspin, it hit the outfield, and where that outfield is so wet right now, the ball basically just stuck where it was. So she was able to get on around first and get into second cleanly with an RBI double.
It's like the ball basically lands in quicksand out there.
And it's all about how the trajectory of the ball comes off the bat. Right now, a line drive, that one's a foul tip. She'll hit back.
That's Cameron Lee at the plate.
But a looper like that, probably going to stick in the grass. Anything on a line going into the outfield may skip right over top of that water in the grass and may go all the way to the fence.
I mean, if you've ever skipped stones across a lake, it's the same general concept.
That's exactly right.
Physics-wise, it's just a hard surface hitting the surface of water. As that one's going to be a ball, it's going to be 1-1. And that thing skips, and it can very easily just get away from you.
It'll get by you quickly if you're an outfielder, and then all of a sudden you're in no man's land, allowing an extra 60, maybe even an extra 120 feet on a standard base hit.
As Lee's going to pop one straight up in the air, it's going to land in foul territory. Moves things 1-2.
She'll get a little extra lease on life here on this at-bat. Lady Indians already jumping out to a 7-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Once again, this is game 1 of a doubleheader. I would venture to say we won't take very long in between games as we try to beat the rain yet again.
I'd imagine. Absolutely. There's going to be one that runs in and hits Cameron Lee. Both Lee sisters have been hit by a pitch in this one.
Is that the third hit by pitch?
I believe so, because I believe
I thought so, because Kennedy also took one. Yes.
Brings up Jolie Duncan.
Jolie, another young lady that's been nice and aggressive at the plate lately. I love to see her swing away right here and possibly drive in another run.
She's going to take that first pitch. It'll be 1-0.
Aggressiveness, but she is selective. There's no doubt about that. Oh, that one
pitch taken for a strike. Caught just that little bit of the inside corner. It's 1-1.
It looks like the catcher may have caught a little dirt in the eye right there as well. Yeah, she's trying to get something out of her eye there. And again, every time you pick up a ball to throw it right now, you're covered in dirt. You're covered in this red clay, basically, that's here on the infield. And it's hard to keep your hands clean enough to be able to wipe water out of your eyes, whatever it is. But this is once again, we were very lucky to get this contest in.
Yep. And honestly, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to jinx it. I'm going to jinx it if I say that. Going to be swinging there. It's 1-2.
Don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
Nope. Should I just say it?
No, well, that's up to you.
Nope, I'm not going to say it. I'll share it later. I will share it later.
You're going to wait till we're off the air.
Even
I know
at
what you're
2-2.
doing.
At least until, like...
Oh, Johnny, it's okay.
Give me until the 4th inning.
Okay, I got you.
Let me think about it.
I got you.
As there's a little looping, little soft line drive. It's going to land foul. And it's going to remain 2-2. Maybe just caught, like, the edge of the bat on that one. Not a very hard-hit ball.
7 runs right now in the game for the Lady Indians, But it's the errors for Pigeon Forge right now that's sort of plaguing them in this one. Only 3 of these runs right now are earned.
3 out of 7.
Yes.
Trying to find a percentage on that.
421.
Not an average, a percentage.
42%.
Yeah, you're right. Remember earlier when I claimed to be a numbers guy?
Yeah, I wonder where the numbers went there, Bubba. It's like 42%.
42%. Well, Jolie Duncan battling in this one. 2 foul balls, 2 3-2 foul balls in a row. Here.
I am right about that, right? 42%? No.
3 divided by 7.
I know that. 42.8. I apologize.
So it's really 43. Jolie Duncan's going to take the walk there. It's going to load the bases for the Lady Indians, and it brings up Shayla Shoemaker.
Let's see what Shayla's got in her right here. Senior day, can you drive in a few runs here and pad this lead heading into the third?
We were talking about it a little bit, I believe, with Gabe Brennan last night for the baseball team. First pitch taken for strike 1. There's no better feeling than being in a situation like this on senior night.
Absolutely.
Just bases loaded. I mean, you've got those bright eyes. You're looking for something to drive. And she's going to ground 1-2 to shortstop. And
got fumbled around a little bit.
They're not going to make a throw. And that's another run scored for the Lady Indians as that brings up Melanie Lee. And we have officially batted around in this inning.
And Melanie stepping up with the same situation once again.
Another senior looking for, I guess we could say, their moment of glory on senior night. First pitch is going to be outside. It's ball 1.
Still just 1 out here in the inning. So a pop-up on the infield would constitute an infield fly rule.
That is correct. As we're going to see a lining base hit.
Uh-oh.
It's going to get away from the center
that's
fielder.
Exactly what I was talking about.
1 run scores as Melanie drives in her sister. Another run scores as here comes Jolie Duncan. They're going to try to make an attempt at the plate, and they're going to do it. A bases clearing triple. No, probably not a triple, but 3 runs score for the Lady Indians, giving them an 11-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. And Melanie Lee now stands on third base.
That right there was exactly what I was talking about, though. A little bit harder trajectory going into the outfield. That ball hit the grass, and all of a sudden it just skipped. And he got right underneath the center fielder. Wow.
Shiloh Shoemaker's going to fly one out into left field. It's going to get down. Melanie Lee's going to trot home. Shiloh Shoemaker now digging for 2. And she's going to pull in there at second base. And now the Lady Indians have a 12-run lead.
Nice cut by Shiloh Shoemaker right there, putting a little charge into left field and driving in a run on an RBI double. Now, once again, 12-0 now, the Lady Indians lead, and Haley coming up to the plate.
Lineup flips over. She's going to swing at that one and chop it foul right down the first base line. Count's going to be 0-1. New ball comes in.
McFadden, the pitcher for Pigeon Forge, already now 48 pitches in this game through 1 1/3 innings.
That one runs in. It's going to be 1-1. Haley's going to fly that one out of play. It's going to land right back here on the left side.
I was hoping it was going to hit the roof of the mule.
That would have been pretty funny.
Wanted to hear the thud of the mule.
Even up at 2-2 now after the pitch outside. Shiloh Shoemaker standing on second base.
Haley 1 for 2 in this ball game already with a pair of runs scored.
As now she's battled back into a 3-2 count. Looking to win the at-bat here.
And she does.
She's going to draw the walk.
Oneida has plated 12 runs now on just 7 hits in this contest. Unfortunately, Pigeon Forge has already been credited with 8 errors in this ballgame.
As Cotton's going to send one high in the air to right field. It's going to get down just off the glove of the right fielder. And the bases are once again going to be loaded for the Lady Indians.
Cadence Llewellyn going to come up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the ball game right now with a strikeout. I see her get a hit right here. Get into that hit column. She's only one of 2 Lady Indians right now in the lineup right now that has not recorded a hit right now in the ball game.
She's swinging there for strike 1. That one's going to skip in the dirt.
You know what?
1-1.
Just thought about that. 7 hits. So everybody only has one. Not a multi-hit game yet for anybody. They've spread it around.
Is that the case?
Yeah. Everybody has 1 hit except for Llewellyn right now and Shayla Shoemaker.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Swinging there on a 2-1 count makes it 2-2.
Yeah, she was just over top of that one. If she drops her hands just a little quicker through the zone right there, she's getting a good piece of that ball. Nice stop behind the plate.
Indeed, but that does bring it to 3-2 to Llewellyn. Another new ball coming in.
And again, they're just doing everything they can to try to keep a fresh dry ball into the play right now.
Llewellyn's going to take the walk, does give her an RBI, so now a 13-run lead for the Lady Indians, and the bases remain loaded with senior Kennedy Shoemaker stepping up to the plate.
And time going to be called as Pigeon Forge is going to go out and speak to the pitcher. Right now, this is one of those moments you talked about earlier. Senior to the plate, 1 down, bases loaded. This is one of those moments that you sort of dream about.
Mm-hmm. Especially Kennedy Shoemaker. She has shown flashes of the long ball.
Absolutely, she has. 2 home runs now on the season, leads the team with 20 RBIs, I believe is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go back and double-check that, but by far the hitting leader on this team this year.
The offensive leader.
Hitting well over 400 on the season.
That's very impressive.
Matter of fact,
I'm going to tip my hat to Kennedy Shoemaker.
Double check that. 453 coming into today's game on the season. That means you're on just about every other at-bat via a hit. Her on-base percentage is actually even higher. It's around 532 on the season.
That's Barry Bonds numbers.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
First pitch to her.
Got a good piece of it.
Is going to be a line drive out into left field. Going to be fumbled around a little bit. 1 run already in. Another coming to the plate. And now runners on second and third as 2 more runs score. Lady Indians leading by 15.
Exactly what we talked about. She found that spot, was able to drive one through the gap on the left side, drives in a pair as well, and then gets an extra 60 off of a throwing error.
As up steps Cameron Lee now. Runners at second and third, 2 in scoring position. That's going to be a ball. That catcher is doing a great job. She is working her heart out.
She is working hard behind the plate right now
to keep that ball in front of her. Ball runs a little inside. It's 2-0.
That is more behind the plate for Pigeon Forge.
Another one going to run in, and once again, a save by Moore.
She literally was fully extended out to stop that one.
She looked like a keeper in soccer, just taking that dive to get that ball. And you know, the way lady sports works at the high school level, she may be.
Very possible.
I guess that's not. I thought that was a foul tip, but apparently it's not. So another run comes in. Lady Indians having a 16-run lead as Kennedy Shoemaker is now standing on third base.
Late swing by Lee.
A little late swing. Also, a pitch in on the hands. It's hard to do anything with that pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. You get handcuffed in like that. That's a hard swing to deal with right there.
She's going to ground one there. Shortstop's going to field it. Fires to first. They get the out.
Run does come in to score. It's an RBI ground out for Cameron Lee, so still a productive at-bat for that young lady as Oneida extends the lead now 17-0.
That is only the second out in this one.
That's correct.
I was about to start talking like it was the third out, then I realized, nope.
Oneida's been on a tear this inning. They've plated 14 runs now in the frame.
Jolie Duncan now in, taking the first pitch for a ball. Duncan facing a 1-0 count. That's in there. Even up at 1-1. Thought about going there, but takes. It's 2-1. Ethan Shoemaker over there with his towel at first base.
We've seen Ethan in about 3 different outfits now today. He was out here in shorts and muck boots earlier trying to get the field ready to go.
Now he's just out there in his regular coaching attire, looks like. That one runs in, and Jolie Duncan going to draw the walk, bringing up Shayla Shoemaker. Senior Shayla Shoemaker coming up now. First pitch to her. Duncan may be thinking about taking off, but is going to remain where she is. Bo, did you see what that pitch was?
I did not. It looked like it may have been called a ball. I never saw a strike. I never saw a strike indication. I'll put it that way.
Duncan once again taking that massive secondary lead. I believe we're seeing
1-1
here.
is what he just said. So I guess that one was a strike. You tricked me.
Swinging there. Count is now 1-2. Next pitch. Foul back. Did that hit the official's mask?
Looked like it may have grazed off, yes.
Grazing isn't terrible. Definitely not as bad as...
Oh, my goodness. The foul ball last night that rocked Elijah behind the plate.
Yeah.
My goodness.
As there's going to be a pop-up on the infield. Second baseman's going to take it for the third out after a monumental inning for the Lady Indians, scoring 14 runs. So we'll be back for the top of the third after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
Home-style cooking with friendly service in a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razax. Razax offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razax has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razax, country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back here for the top of the third on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. A 14-run second inning coming from the Lady Indians. A monumentous offensive explosion. That's a lot of big words in a row right there.
That is. Johnny, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and check the rules, but if the Indians can hold here in this inning, this may be the end of contest number 1. I think it's 15 runs after 3 innings.
Bo, do you see anything a little different? That's Ashlyn Cotton playing third base and Kennedy Shoemaker playing center field.
I would venture to say Kennedy Shoemaker has not played the outfield, and the only reason why I would know that is because she's family. This may be the first time she's played the outfield. Oh, goodness. Probably since middle school?
Well, she's going to see some action out there tonight. Playing a little shallow, too, I'm seeing. First pitch is going to get away. It's going to be ball 1 to start things off in the top of the third. That ball just came out of nowhere. Who threw that ball?
Jeremy Shoemaker.
Okay.
You can't see him over there, but he's sort of like hiding on that left side, and he's trying to keep the ball dry as much as possible.
Amari and kids blocking my view over here.
Hey, I'm thankful to have Amari in here tonight.
I'm absolutely thankful to have him. Thanks to him for helping us out.
Him and Lucas Laxton both with us here this evening, trying to aid us so we're not trying to pull multiple duties tonight as we have done numerous times this year.
So I believe we're seeing 3-0 here. That one's going to be a strike. So that's going to be 3-1. There's a swinging strike, brings the count full, which means I was correct about it being 3-0.
You were.
That's a mathematical thing. I'm getting better.
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Johnny.
Meatloaf. There's the strikeout for the first out of this one. Are you kidding? You think I don't know Meatloaf?
I know you know Meatloaf.
That dude's my idol.
I know you know Meatloaf.
I strive to be like Meatloaf every day.
That is a first for the Oneida Indians Network. Someone striving to be Meatloaf.
Well, maybe I'll set a precedent.
John. Nice. Ooh, nice pitch. I thought she was going to get the strike call on that one, but swing was checked.
It's 1-1.
There's strike 2.
Strike 2 on the swing there. Did you recombine the word strike and swing there?
I did.
You were gonna say
a string?
No, I went strike.
Oh, strike. Okay, a swank.
You weren't going to say anything about it.
No. I was
sure. That one in the dirt. Count is full.
Let's see if Duncan can find that strike yet again on a 3-2 count.
That's it right there, the called strike. So now 2 outs in the top of the third. So now number 24 coming up for the Lady Tigers. First pitch from Duncan is called strike. Maybe even a check swing there.
And this rolls the lineup over for the Pigeon Forge for the first time tonight. This is Moore, the catcher, at the plate.
That one's going to run inside. It's 1-1. That one's going to skip in the dirt. 2-1. Duncan to deliver. That one's going to run a little inside. 3-1 now.
Yep, just missing on the inside corner. She's trying to get the batter to bite on that pitch, but Moore doing a nice job right now of battling. Right down the pipe.
That one's in there for sure.
Yeah, right down the pipe.
That's 3-2. So there's a ground ball right back to Duncan. She's going to fire it to Shayla Shoemaker over at first base for the third out.
And that's the ball game. First game over.
The ball game.
We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back and see how quickly we're going to get Game 2 started here momentarily. I'd say probably just long enough to get the umpires switched, because that's generally what they'll do. A field umpire will come behind the plate for Game 2, and then they'll switch it up. But we'll take a 2-minute break, come back here with more Lady Indians action here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Forget the bucket. Stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit TNT Car Wash in Oneida. TNT Car Wash features the latest in automatic car wash technology. Our wash bays offer friction or touchless options that are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash. Want to wash it yourself? TNT also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior. Both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, TNT Car Wash Oneida.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need. And we're focused on providing our friends, family, and neighbors with the very best health care available.
Vigilance Security and Technology offers cutting-edge security solutions tailored for industrial, commercial, and residential spaces. With our 4K resolution cameras, expert installation, and comprehensive networking services, you'll experience unparalleled clarity and peace of mind. Secure your future with the team that goes the extra mile. Call Vigilance today. 423-286-3533.
We welcome you back. Your final score for the first game this evening: the Oneida Lady Indians 17, the Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers 0. An offensive game by the Lady Indians for sure, scoring 17 runs within the span of just 2 innings of work on the offensive side of things. Of course, the run rule in effect in the 3rd inning. And we're going to play game 2 here in a couple minutes. We're going to see some work done in the field, a little bit of downtime. We're going to take some time to give some love to our sponsors. We're going to take an extended break. We'll be back with you shortly here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
When your job requires concrete, call Twin K Enterprises. We take pride in both residential and commercial projects. Our concrete is state certified and lab tested with proven high strength mixed result. We have certified facility operators and mixed design technicians to be sure our customers get the best mix the first time, every time. Twin K has 6 concrete plants to serve the entire Highway 27 corridor from Georgia to Kentucky. Twin K, call 569-6341.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
My name is Wayne King. I'm owner-operator of Baby J's Pizza. We've been in business since 2017, and we think we have the best pizza in town. We have our regular hand-tossed pizzas. We have thin crust. We have thin crust cauliflower. We also offer vegan. We also offer dairy-free, gluten-free. We have low-carb, no-carb. We have a wide variety because we want to serve the best customer base possible and give everybody the opportunity to experience a good pizza.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications' world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th Lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
Since 2004, we have had the privilege to treat and forge relationships with so many in our community. Over the years, it has been our goal to provide caring, effective, and professional care to the people of Scott and surrounding counties. From the sidelines to the clinic, our staff supports the student athletes and coaches of our schools. As we celebrate 20 years of South Fork Physical Therapy, we want to say thank you for trusting us for all of your physical therapy needs.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools? We got it. Paint and cleaning supplies? We got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care? We got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs.
To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters.
With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail sleep.
Hi, I'm Teshua Terry, a new loan officer at United Cumberland Bank here in Oneida. I'm really excited to be a part of the team. I've got a lot of banking experience, almost 2 decades. I'm looking forward to all the new relationships I can build here and all the projects I'll be involved in. I think UCB has a lot of momentum here in Scott County right now. If you're looking to build a home or buy a home or even a vehicle, I think now is a great time to come in, sit down with me, and we'll talk about it.
Forget the bucket. Stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit TNT Car Wash in Oneida. TNT Car Wash features the latest in automatic car wash technology. Our wash bays offer friction or touchless options that are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash. Want to wash it yourself? TNT also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior, both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, TNT Car Wash Oneida.
Tommy's Motorsports is East Tennessee's premier power sports dealership. We're a full-service dealership offering sales, parts, and service with 2 locations to serve you. In Clinton, you'll find Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, Wave Runner, Polaris, Slingshot, and Homestead trailers. In Crossville, you'll find Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Bad Boy, Roxor, and Yamaha. Come in today and see why Tommy's Motorsports has developed the highest reputation for quality and customer service.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
My name is Wayne King. I'm owner-operator of Baby J's Pizza. We've been in business since 2017, and we think we have the best pizza in town. We have our regular hand-tossed pizzas. We have thin crust. We have thin crust cauliflower. We also offer vegan. We also offer dairy-free, gluten-free. We have low-carb, no-carb. We have a wide variety because we want to serve the best customer base possible and give everybody the opportunity to experience a good pizza.
Forget the bucket, stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit TNT Car Wash in Oneida. TNT Car Wash features the latest in automatic car wash technology. Our wash bays offer friction or touchless options that are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash. Want to wash it yourself? TNT also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior, both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, TNT Car Wash Oneida.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need. And we're focused on providing our friends, family, and neighbors with the very best health care available.
Danny's Drugs has been dedicated to providing patients with quality healthcare services since 1966. From our beginnings as a fountain drugstore to our current location on the 4th Lane in Oneida, one thing has remained the same: exceptional service. Our staff of highly motivated and carefully trained professionals understand your needs and respond to them in a personal and friendly manner. Our staff works together as a team to provide the finest patient care available. That's Danny's Drugs, putting patients first since 1966.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs.
To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters.
With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate. I got a 30 going.
Tommy's Motorsports is East Tennessee's premier power sports dealership. We're a full-service dealership offering sales, parts, and service with 2 locations to serve you. In Clinton, you'll find Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, Wave Runner, Polaris, Slingshot, and Homestead trailers. In Crossville, you'll find Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Bad Boy, Roxor, and Yamaha. Come in today and see why Tommy's Motorsports has developed the highest reputation for quality and customer service. Twin K Enterprises is more than just concrete. We have all sizes of septic tanks available, poured on site at our Oneida plant with quality you expect from Twin K products, and state certified in both Tennessee and Kentucky. We also offer rock and gravel for your next driveway project, landscaping rock, sand, and concrete supplies, and of course, delivery is always available. Make Twin K a part of your next home improvement project. Call 569-6341.
El Rey is Scott County's home for great Mexican flavor. Located in Oneida Plaza, we're just up the sidewalk from Walmart. From our fresh chips that are made daily to our chicken or beef fajitas that are big enough to share, El Rey uses the freshest ingredients to serve authentic Mexican dishes that will be a hit with the entire family. Stop in before the game on Friday or pop in on Saturday and watch college football on one of nearly a dozen screens while you eat. That's El Rey Azteca, open until 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 10 p.m. on weekends.
Welcome back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network as we're set to begin Game 2 of the doubleheader this evening between the Oneida Lady Indians and the Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers. Last game, of course, a 7-0 victory for the Lady Indians. Offensive explosion in that game. The Lady Indians are going to keep their final lineup from the previous game, meaning Caden Slew-Allen catching, Jolie Duncan pitching, and then from first to third, Shayla Shoemaker, Lillian Haley, Melanie Lee, and Ashlyn Cotton playing third base after the substitution last game. And then outfield is Cameron Lee, Kennedy Shoemaker, and Shiloh Shoemaker. Same as the, like I said, same as the final lineup from last game.
Yep, final out of the last game. So it looks like we may get to hold off before another hard rain comes in.
Well, that's good. We're starting this game off 2-0 to the Lady Tigers leadoff batter. And now we're starting it off 3-0. So starting things off a little slow for Jolie Duncan. But, I mean, 3-0 counts happen.
And that's going to happen also after a 10-minute break, 11-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a minute to get your arm back in the swing of things.
And we see it there with the 4-pitch walk to start the game. So in steps number 14 for the Lady Tigers. Duncan's first pitch, I believe that is called a ball. It's 1-0. Big secondary lead by that runner on first base. Potential to be in motion, but, I mean, that remains to be seen. And right as I say that, she goes in motion. Pitch is called a strike. Throw down is not in time. But the count is 1-1. So that runner on second base in scoring position. 1-1 count, as I said earlier. Effective base running by the leadoff base runner for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, this is McFadden.
There's a fly ball out in the right field. Shiloh Shoemaker's going to haul it in for the first out. Gets it in quickly. Keeps that runner at second base. So now 1 out in the top of the first to begin this second game of the doubleheader. Brings up number 5 for the Lady Tigers. First pitch is a called strike. Runner at second maybe thought about going, but decided against it.
And this is Blevins at the plate.
That next pitch is also going to be called a strike. That's in there for strike 3. The ball does get away from Caden Slew-Allen a little bit. Allows that runner to move up to third. However, there are 2 outs in the inning. No possibility of a sacrifice. But that run still 60 feet away.
And Johnny just was speaking to one of the mamas here of the Oneida Lady Indians, and she was talking apparently before the game with Pigeon Forge's coach. Very young team across the field for the Lady against the Lady Indians tonight. Pigeon Forge, every player on the roster except for 2 are freshmen and sophomores.
2 are those
one
2 seniors?
one junior, one senior.
Wow, that's
so a very young Lady Tiger team coming in here this afternoon.
Which then comes to the question in my mind of, do any of those, sophomores and freshmen, do they look to that lone senior and junior for leadership, or do they find it amongst themselves? That's the question in my mind for sure. I mean, I'd imagine as the senior and the junior, you'd want to be the leaders of the team. You're the experienced ones. You're the veterans.
Well, apparently one of the, I think she said it was the junior, had never played until this year. So she was.
Count 2-1 now. That runner leading off third. Ball slipped out of Jolie Duncan's hands. You can see her drying her fingers off there. It counts 3-1 now. There's a pitch swung on. It's a full count, 3-2. Swung on for strike 3 in the third of the inning. That runner gets stranded on third base as no runs are scored. We're going to take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the first on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
The superior technology of fiber optics carries a communication signal that is more robust and reliable than older technologies. Connecting homes and businesses directly to fiber optic networks enables enormous improvements in what bandwidth devices are capable of delivering. Experience Highland Communications world-class broadband, delivered over Highland Telephone Cooperative's fiber optic network to make your online experience extraordinary. Highland Telephone and Highland Communications. World-class connections with a local, hometown touch.
Welcome back as we take you to the bottom of the first here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. Bottom of the first of Game 2 as no runs come across for the Lady Tigers in the first inning. And after the offensive game we saw the Lady Indians have first game, they might be looking to repeat it here. And if you're a fan of the Lady Indians, obviously you want to see them repeat it.
And that's the question is, do they come out as hot as they did in Game 1 here in Game number 2? I would venture to say with the lineup staying the same, it's a good possibility. But, again, that time over there on the sidelines, as long as they sit over on the in the dugout after the game, will that hang a little bit of a burden over the head of the Lady Indians as they enter here into Game number 2?
And, Bo, while we were on break, I realized another problem when I stepped outside. It's still sprinkling a little bit.
It is. You can actually, if you look down on the sidewalk here, there's some puddles, and if you watch every so often, you'll see the raindrops still hitting.
It's very misty right now. It's a misty rain.
Yes.
But
it's the annoying rain during a game. It's very annoying.
That is the annoying rain. As there's going to be a ground ball slick field by the third baseman. They're going to take it for the first out. Good solid play there by the Pigeon Forge third baseman over there. Just a nice little scoop and throw over to the first baseman. Gets the speedy Lillian Haley out.
Yeah, and that's not an easy task either way. Lillian Haley, great speed in the leadoff spot for Oneida. But that was double-checking. Don't want to misconstrue a name here for Pigeon Forge, but I don't The lineup's not gotten there just yet for us on our trusty app.
2 balls sail wide. It's 2-0. Nice barehanded catch by Jeremy Shoemaker.
That was Moore over at at third with the slick 5-3 put out.
And there's a hit by pitch for Ashlyn Cotton. Got to put her on first base. And that brings up Cadence Llewellyn with Cotton standing on first. Swinging there, it's going to be strike 1. Cadence in the first game showed a little struggle with getting under and or over the ball at certain times. She didn't end up recording a hit last game?
No, she did not.
Actually, that's a very rare feat for her. She's shown a lot of prowess at the plate this year,
really
especially
has.
as a freshman. But
it'll come around.
Went hitless during the first game of this doubleheader. So definitely looking to get into that hit column in the second game. But now she is down 0-2.
Young lady's got a nice future ahead of her, though. Nice catcher behind the plate for the Lady Indians. She'll probably be in that position for a while.
Takes a called strike 3, but the ball comes in contact with her on the throw down, and she is called out.
And, she would not have been called out right there going down the first base line if it would not have contacted her where she was running. She was actually inside the line.
Mm-hmm.
So if that ball doesn't contact her inside the line, she would have been safe.
So Ashlyn Cotton standing on second base now as Kennedy Shoemaker steps up to the plate and takes a ball for ball 1. I'm still a little stuffy this evening.
That happens. Our the weather here has not helped things. Let's be honest, Johnny.
No, it's not. It's cold and wet out there. Ashlyn Cotton is going to move up to second base on the pass ball, and the count is 2-0. There's another one sailing wide. Cotton's going to stay at third, and Kennedy Shoemaker's going to see a 3-0 count.
Once again, Shoemaker, she wants to be up there swinging.
Mm-hmm.
She finds a pitch. Nope, she's not going to find. She's not going to be swinging at that one. That's the second time tonight that she's been hit on a 3-0 pitch.
Mm-hmm. she could have just taken the walk. Nope, hard way. Well, I guess
if you know Kennedy Shoemaker, she would not have it any other way. She wants it the hard way every time. She is a young lady who is, I'm not going to call her stubborn. She is very set in her ways.
So stubborn.
Set in her ways.
Okay. Counts 1-1 after Cameron Lee, a swinging strike and a ball taken.
Found out earlier this year, actually, that she has a personal hitting coach.
Talking about Kennedy Shoemaker or
yes,
Cameron Lee?
Kennedy Shoemaker.
Oh.
And he happens to be a young man who I covered in college.
There's a fly ball out in the left field by Cameron Lee. Hard to find. Gets a little lost in the clouds. And that's going to bring in two runs for the Lady Indians. A 2-out. 2 outs, 2 runs. And Cameron Lee now at second base.
2 come in for the Indians. This is about the same situation that they were in game number 1.
Mm-hmm. As now that run's going to move up to third base. Cameron Lee moving up, now just 60 feet away from scoring. Jolie Duncan up at the plate.
I believe this is about almost identical to the same situation, where I believe they scored 3 runs in game 1 in the first inning.
Mm-hmm.
about this same spot in the lineup, and then they exploded for 14 in game or in
I know
in inning
that
number 2.
in the first game, Melanie Lee led off the second inning. I do know that.
Which would mean we need to get Shayla Shoemaker to the plate for that to happen, I believe.
There's a foul ball there. It's 2-1. That one's going to run outside. 3-1 now.
Sun's starting to go down now, back in behind the clouds. Lights are on here at Jackie Lake Sports Complex.
That one gets away. She draws the walk, and the run comes in on the pass ball. So Jolie Duncan's going to stand on third base, and the Indians now do have that 3-0 lead. So we do have a chance to have the exact same scenario happen. However, I believe that if you are a fan of the Lady Indians, you don't want that to happen.
No.
Because there's only 2 outs in this inning, and that would mean we're going to see an immediate out right here. And if you're a fan of Lady Indians, that's definitely not what you want. 1-0 now as Jolie Duncan moves up to second base. That one's going to be fouled off out of play way back over there towards the baseball field. It's 1-1. I guess more accurately towards the concession stand. Really.
It was actually heading towards the baseball field more than it did the concession stand.
You've got a better angle than I do.
Yep.
There's another foul ball. Hits the first base dugout. It's 1-2.
Which tells me if she's fouling them off to the right side like that, she's a little too far behind on the pitch and getting a little too far underneath the ball.
Which, if I'm that pitcher, I'm hitting you with the off speed there for sure. As there's a line drive directly to the second baseman for the third out. So we are going to see the exact same scenario as we're heading to the top of the second with the Lady Indians leading by 3. We'll be back after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Vigilance Security and Technology offers cutting-edge security solutions tailored for industrial, commercial, and residential spaces. With our 4K resolution cameras, expert installation, and comprehensive networking services, you'll experience unparalleled clarity and peace of mind. Secure your future with the team that goes the extra mile. Call Vigilance today. 423-286-3533.
Scenic Foods is about freshness. With meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables. And of course, a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings. As well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Welcome back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. It's the bottom of the first. Lady Indians have some subs coming in this one, as I believe we see Lauren Stevens playing third base now.
Katie May over at first.
J.C. Reed at second. I believe that's her.
That's correct.
Melanie Lee's going to stay at shortstop. Kennedy Shoemaker's going to stay out in center.
Looks like Lillian
has moved to left field.
I'll say, is that Lillian out and left?
I think so.
It is.
And Shiloh Shoemaker staying in right.
Yep.
Of course, the battery duo, Cadence Llewellyn and Jolie Duncan, are going to stay out there. Excuse me. For this one. Did they keep all the seniors in the lineup? No, Shayla Shoemaker is no longer in the lineup.
Shayla's not in there, and Ashlyn not in there.
First pitch is going to be swung on for a strike. We discussed this a little bit last inning. Almost identical, maybe exactly identical box scores between the two games coming into this one.
Groundhog Day. my gosh.
Counts 1-1 now. There's a foul ball. Moves
like
the count to 1-2.
It looked like that ball fouled off of 3 different people once it was hit. I know it went off the plate, the batter, the catcher. I'm not sure if it caught the umpire or not.
We're playing pinball over here.
Pinball wizard.
That's like 1,000 points right there.
Yeah.
I did get your reference, by the way.
Thank you.
And that's going to be a foul tip. So the count remains 1-2. There's a ground ball hit right up the middle. Lee's going to field it. Fires to Katie Mae Sexton over at first. They get the quick out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Starting things off very well defensively for the Lady Indians. First pitch from Duncan. Going for the bunt there, it's foul. It's
almost looked like she was trying to drag bunt it, but did not get the bat out far enough to be able to drag it down the third base line.
I do believe you are correct in that assessment.
You see more drag bunting in softball from left-handed batters, of course.
Same thing with slapping, because, well, that left-handed batter is closer to the batters, to first base.
Correct. Are you a fan of the slap?
Do you remember us talking during a very recent, it wasn't the last one, but a recent baseball broadcast, that one's going to be fouled off, it's 1-2, about how I feel about the bunt?
Yes.
I like the slap a little better than the bunt, but not by much.
Okay.
Because whereas the bunt, I feel like, is, if not done like perfectly, is an automatic out, slap's a little more reasonable in my mind. Swing there, that's strike 3. 2 outs now in this one. You know, it goes back to my philosophy of baseball. It's baseball economics. The out is the most valuable currency you have. You only have 27 of them.
Correct.
You can't just throw them away and not get something in return, almost to the level of getting a run in return. Foul ball there, out of play, goes to 0-1. That's just my personal opinion.
But I will give you one argument.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest hitters in baseball history had a very slap-ish style swing.
Are you talking about Ichiro Suzuki?
That's correct.
He did. But Ichiro, you know, he didn't necessarily – well, like I said, slap's better than bunting in my mind. 1-2 now after the second foul ball. But he hit singles, and he did hit extra base hits a lot with that slap swing. I mean, single season hit leader, obviously.
But, you know, I've actually seen a lot of young ladies do the very same thing with have a powerful slap swing, can find gaps, and they make it, you know, get a lot of doubles and triples out of it.
That's the thing. In order for slapping to work, Ichiro had speed. You need speed coming out of the box.
You do.
To get that. There's a ground ball right back to Jolie Duncan, and that's the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning here as we're heading back to the top of the second. We'll be back after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Buying a home can be an exciting but stressful process. However, usually it's over pretty quickly. Building a home, on the other hand, that's a much longer process. And with that long time period comes different pitfalls and dangers. Let our experts at United Cumberland Bank help you navigate this world. Something that you're probably not used to doing, but something that we do on a daily basis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to those who have supported South Fork Physical Therapy for the past 20 years. Because of you, we have been able to live and work in the community we love. We appreciate you, Scott County.
We welcome you back here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network as we're beginning the top of the second of Game 2 of our doubleheader against the Lady Tigers of Pigeon Forge. So this game, once again, having nearly identical box scores, 3-0 going into the second inning, with Melanie Lee set to lead off, the exact same position we were in Game 1 and going into the top of the second. So we'll see if history will indeed repeat itself here in this one, as Melanie Lee steps in. First pitch. Going to go a little outside. It's ball 1. That is a new catcher behind the plate for Pigeon Forge, is it not? I believe that is not the same catcher they had last game.
No, because the young lady that was catching in the first game is the one that's there at third.
Which she actually she fielded that ground ball from Melanie Lee. Throw is not in time.
Yeah,
Lee's going to be standing on first base.
Tough throw over to first as she had to charge, set her feet. That's the biggest difficulty right now for these infielders. This infield is a little soft, little slushy, I guess would be the name to give that right now. So getting your footing to get a good throw to just about any bag right now is going to be difficult.
And there's that aggressive base running from Melanie Lee back in effect. That ball got away from the catcher. She saw that the throw was just simply a lollipop back to the pitcher, and she used that opportunity to take third base.
Did the same exact thing the other night up at McCrary County late in the game, and it ended up bringing her in to tie that game late in that ball game against the Raiders.
Shiloh Shoemaker pops one up to the second baseman, can't make the play. Melanie Lee's going to come in to score.
And
they
now
lead 4-0. Shiloh Shoemaker pulls into second base as well. So that runner once again in scoring position, and a 4-run lead for the Lady Indians. The lineup flips over. We have Lillian Haley here.
And that all got spurred by the aggressive base running of Melanie Lee.
I mean, that's creating chaos on the base path. It's a great tool.
It is.
In the games of baseball and softball.
It is a phenomenal tool.
If you can do it effectively.
Yes.
Matter of fact, starts us off 0-1.
You talk about that. Lillian Haley actually the other night at McCrary County, I wish we had footage of it. She got herself into a 14-throw pickle between third and home and ended up scoring. It was fantastic. She was back and forth, and finally it was just a little bit of a hang-up on a transfer from the glove to the throw, and that ended up allowing her to get home.
That's like Benny the Jet Rodriguez right there.
It was fun. It was fun to watch. And that just shows you the type of IQ that this young lady has out on the softball diamond.
Especially for a freshman.
Yes.
There's another 3-ball hit by pitch.
They're earning them tonight.
Yep. So now Shiloh Shoemaker on second, Lillian Haley on first. Excuse me. Yes, that is
Ashley Cotton. You're right.
She re-enters after being subbed out defensively.
Let these seniors get as many at-bats as possible, I think, right now in their senior night.
Ball gets away. Haley and Shoemaker move up to second and third, respectively. So now 2 runs in scoring position, for Ashlyn Cotton, the senior. That's a ball.
And once again, let's talk about these seniors for just a moment. 5 young ladies here this evening, all 4-year players for the Lady Indians. Most of them starters for 2 to 3 years, if not. Some of them I know were starters all 4 years. So these young ladies have put in their time. They've put in a lot of effort for this program over the last 4 years. And kudos to them for what they have been a part of over the last 4 years here at Oneida.
Well, one of them just came in and scored. Shiloh Shoemaker comes in to score on the pass ball, as now Cotton's going to ground that one over to third base. They're going to get the out, but no one covering third. Lillian Haley is going to take third base. Once again, more and more aggressive base running by the Lady Indians.
That's that IQ. She saw that no one was on third at all whatsoever. I'm taking the extra 60 when I get the opportunity.
So that is the first out of this inning.
That's correct. And this right here is where Oneida went on the rally with 1 out back in game number 1.
Here's Lauren Stevens up to the plate now. Swinging there for strike 1.
Lauren getting her first AB of the day.
Yep.
Here in this
and
one.
of the contest. You weren't wrong. I believe that's a foul that one off. 0-2.
Pulling her head just a smidge on her swings.
Umpire offering a new ball. That one's going to hit just outside. You see that massive secondary lead that Lillian Haley's getting over there?
She was nearly halfway down the line.
Lauren Stevens drives one out to left field. Going to get over the head of the left fielder. Haley's going to come in to score. Stevens heading for 2. Ball comes in. She's going for 3. Not stopping.
She better stop it there.
Yep.
She overran it. She's very lucky that they didn't make a throw to third. But I like the aggressiveness. I mean, she hit second and saw that the ball was still in the outfield. She never hesitated to stop. I mean, it was, I'm going, I promise. I'm going to try my best to get there. And she hustled into third.
Train's coming through. Get off the tracks. That's just how it is.
Jack Parkman style.
Uh-huh. That's the second broadcast in a row we've talked about Jack Parkman.
Was able to pull it out.
Baseball last night, we mentioned, just the entire movie of Major League 2.
Yep. Mr. David Keith.
Kennedy Shoemaker in the box now. She's going to ground one second base side. They're going to make the out, so now 2 outs, but that run does come in. 7-run lead for the Lady Indians with 2 outs. Which brings up, that is J.C. Reed. Getting her first at-bat of the day. She takes ball 1.
JC, another young lady with a lot of potential for this Lady Indian softball team.
Line drive right back to second base after a, 4-run second inning by the Lady Indians, which is going to take us to the top of the third. We'll be back after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Scenic Foods is about freshness, with meat cut in-store daily and special cut upon request. A deli that offers fresh meats and cheeses sliced to your choosing. A produce department offering fresh fruits and vegetables, and of course a full line of competitively priced groceries to meet your weekly shopping needs. Scenic Foods is about value and convenience. Don't have time to cook supper? Try our cheese sticks, pizza, and wings, as well as our fresh-made desserts and side dishes. Need to fill an empty pantry? We have all you need at Scenic Foods, located at 7352 Baker Highway in Huntsville.
Forget the bucket. Stop buying those expensive car care products. For a supreme clean, visit TNT Car Wash in Oneida. TNT Car Wash features the latest in automatic car wash technology. Our wash bays offer friction or touchless options that are tough on road grime, but gentle on your car's finish. These feature-packed automatics give you complete control of the wash. Want to wash it yourself? TNT also has traditional wash bays. And don't forget the interior. Both vacuum and shampoo stations available. For a dynamite clean, TNT Car Wash Oneida.
We welcome you back to begin the top of the third here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. New pitcher into the game for the Lady Indians. That is Cameron Lee out there on the mound. Bo, do you see anybody else new out there?
JC's still at second. Katie May
Jolie
at
Duncan, I
first.
believe, has moved to left field. Is that correct?
Is that Jolie? No, that's
Shayla Shoemaker in left field.
Oh, so we have the trio of Shoemakers in the outfield.
Oh my gosh! Is that why they did that? You think?
Maybe. I mean, who knows? Since it's senior night, why not?
2-0 now.
Cameron Lee, you said that, but she is in the circle trying to get some season statistics on Cameron as a pitcher. This is looks to be her 7th game pitching this season.
Most of those outings coming in relief.
No starts. 9 1/3 innings of pitching for Cam this season. She's 0-1 on the year. ERA, tough ERA because of the amount of innings that she's thrown, right around 16 right now.
They're going to draw the walk there. Leadoff base runner for the Lady Tigers. As the pitcher, Cameron Lee has to flush that leadoff walk in order to get an out. And we may see it here as there's a ground ball fielded by Lee right back on the mound, or excuse me, the circle, as they get that out at first, and that runner moves up to second base. So now that runner in scoring position for the Lady Tigers, chance to do some damage here. Ball gets away from Cadence Llewellyn. That run moves up 60 feet and is now just 60 feet away from scoring. Lee to pitch. Skips in the dirt. Ball gets away. Nope, they're going to say that was a hit by pitch, meaning it was a dead ball. Runner cannot advance from third. But that does put runners on the corners for the Lady Tigers. Chance to do a lot of damage here with 2 runners on and only 1 out. First pitch in for a strike. Runner on first moves up to second base, and now a big opportunity for the Lady Tigers with 2 runs in scoring position. That one's going to run outside. It's 1-1. Skips in the dirt, 2-1.
Pigeon Forge threatening here with 1 down.
Count is now 3-1.
Bag's full.
Base is loaded after the walk. Big threatening situation here.
Not necessarily a bad walk, though, if you are the Lady Indians, because now that puts a force in any bag.
It does.
Time's going to be called. Looks like Shoemaker's going to come out of center. Going to be replaced, looks like, by Addison Johnson.
No, Addison Johnson is heading towards right field.
Okay, so Shiloh going to shift over
to center field.
Is that Shiloh?
Yes.
Okay, so Shiloh into center, Addison into right. They may be bringing Kennedy Shoemaker in to possibly warm up. Maybe she may be coming in to pitch. Who knows?
Regardless, base is still loaded. Corners of the infield playing in. As that ball is going to skirt away. No motion on the base paths. So we start things off 1-0. That one's in there for sure. Counts even at 1-1.
Nice pitch there by Cameron Lee. Once again, just pounding the strike zone on the outside corner as much as possible. Make Pigeon Forge try to get the bat out and put it into play.
There's a swinging strike for strike 2. Counts 1-2.
Keep that motion. If you're Cameron Lee, you found a groove here over the last 2 pitches. Make that 3 pitches.
Called strike 3 right on the outside black of the plate. 2 outs now. Bases remain loaded, though.
Trying to work herself out of a jam here. She loaded them up with 1 down. Can she get out of the inning unscathed?
That one, not saying it ironically, literally just a bit outside.
Nope, you're right.
For ball 1. There's one that's going to run a little high. Counts 2-0. Swinging, strike 1. Count is 2-1. There's another swing for strike 2. Counts even up at 2-2. Lee has a chance to get out of this jam. And she does on the strike. That was foul tipped. Okay.
I thought it was cleanly caught, though. If it was a cleanly caught baseball or softball, it should have been out number 3, unless it was bobbled.
There's another foul ball.
Nope, they're going to call her out because they were on the move.
I mean, fair enough. Out number 3. So that score stays where it is. They get out of the jam unscathed. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
A local bank puts its customers first.
A local bank is committed to giving back and being a community partner.
A local bank is with you every step of the way and celebrates your success.
A local bank is a familiar face that treats you like family.
A local bank is big enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name.
For 120 years, First National Bank has been Scott County's local bank. First National Bank, your family, your future, your bank.
If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals into your lungs.
To show how scary that is, we made metal monsters.
With special effects that show metal particles being inhaled. And music that would have made your heart race. But nothing is as scary as the facts. Vaping can deliver toxic metals like nickel and lead into your lungs. That's metal in your lungs.
Tail slate.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 3rd here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. Last inning, we saw a bases loaded scenario for the Lady Tigers. However, the Lady Indians get out of it with no damage done. So leading off the inning for the Lady Indians is Cameron Lee. As she's going to pop one up on the infield. Third baseman's going to take it. 1 pitch, 1 out to start things off in the bottom of the 3rd. Brings up Shayla Shoemaker with the 1 out scenario. First pitch going to be outside for ball 1. There's a ground ball, going to roll foul. Counts 1-1. Next pitch is going to run outside. 2-1. I believe that's 3 straight pitches where they've had to interchange balls. Still, it's cleared up a lot, and it's getting quite a bit drier, but still very wet out there. As there's a ground ball fielded by the shortstop. The throw over is not in time. Shayla Shoemaker is safe at first base. Brings up Melanie Lee for the Lady Indians with 1 out. There's another ground ball fielded by the third baseman. They go for 2. Even more aggressive base running from Melanie Lee as that ball comes back to the pitcher, and she just takes second base. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in my life. They took the force out at second. There's now 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Shiloh Shoemaker. Melanie Lee's going to take another base here as the ball kind of skips in the dirt and gets back to the pitcher slowly.
I told you. Her aggressive base running the last couple of weeks has impressed me.
Where the heck did she learn this from?
I don't know, but I like it.
So now she's just 60 feet away.
I think she realized, you know what, I've got some sneaky speed. I think I could utilize this a little bit more.
There's a foul ball. That one's going to get away. Melanie Lee's going to take that run at the plate. 8-run lead now for the Lady Indians. Clears the bases. And now Shiloh Shoemaker just with a chance to get on and make some magic happen. That one's going to run outside. She's going to take the walk and head to first base.
We get to see our first look at Katie May Sexton at the plate.
Hampered down with injury all year. This is definitely her first at-bat on a Oneida Indians Network broadcast game. And I'm not sure about overall. Would you happen to know anything about that?
I'd have to look. I don't know if she's had any at-bats coming into today. She just got back into playing just recently. She has had...
She takes that first pitch for ball 1.
She's had 1 plate appearance on the season. And looks like she was hit by a pitch. Is what it looks like.
Ball skirts away. So now Shiloh Shoemaker pulls into second base as Katie May is going to face a 2-ball count. Very slouch stance. There is
we talked about that, though. There's numerous ways you can stand at the plate.
Yeah.
Everybody's stance is a little different.
Slouch stance does offer you at least some sort of an advantage because sometimes it can fool the umpire. She's going to take the walk there. Shiloh Shoemaker is going to move up to third base, puts runners at the corners with Ashlyn Cotton coming up. Like you look at a guy like Ricky Henderson, used to always play in that slouch stance, and it fooled the umpires. They gave him a slightly smaller strike zone because his chest was just that much closer to the ground.
Correct.
That's why he was the all-time leader in walks until Barry Bonds got in the way. Ball gets away. Katie May is going to move up to second base. Cotton faces a 1-0 count.
Base hit to the outfield could easily score 2 here now with the speed you have on second and third.
As there's one sent high in the air on the infield. Collision over there by the left side infielders.
And again, there's that IQ. Nobody covering third. Katie May took off and got to third as Shiloh Shoemaker came in to score, making it a 9-0 game.
Another run does come in, like you said. Brings up Lauren Stevens to the plate with runners on the corners.
Lauren had a nice AB last time up as well.
That one's going to get away. Ashlyn Cotton's going to move into second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Big opportunity for Lauren Stevens with 2 outs. Ooh, that got her. That's a dead ball. You can't run on that one. But it is going to load the bases for the Lady Indians, and that brings up for her first AB of the game, Addison Johnson. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Bases loaded. This is also the first time we've seen Addison Johnson on the Oneida Indians network. She takes that pitch for a strike. It's 1-1. Getting back in the box fairly quickly. And she's going to ground one. It's going to just barely be foul. I mean, that ball was hugging the line there for a long time. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That one runs in. It's going to score a run. And that's going to put runners at second and third. Lady Indians now have a 2-run lead as Addison Johnson faces a 2-2 count. There's another one that almost runs in and hits her, gets away. She's seeing a full count now. She lines one right at the third baseman for the out. Lady Indians now lead by 10. We'll take a quick break and be back for the top of the 4th here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
If you're a DIYer, Lumber King is your supplier. Equipment and tools, we got it. Paint and cleaning supplies, we got it. Rugged apparel and lawn care, we got that too. Visit us at 20359 Alberta Street in Oneida, Tennessee to make all your DIY dreams come true.
Home-style cooking with friendly service in a relaxed atmosphere. That's Razak's. Razak's offers breakfast served daily, just like Grandma fixed it, and daily specials like country fried steak, turkey and dressing, and of course, a fish fry every Friday. Razak's has a full menu, ranging from quick and easy favorites like hamburgers and club sandwiches, to comfort foods like pinto beans. And you'll love something off the grill, like grade A cut sirloin, ribeye, or shrimp kebabs. Razak's. Country cooking and great steaks.
Welcome back as we're set to begin the top of the 4th here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. Lady Indians now clinging to a 10-run lead, just wanting to get out of each inning as quickly as possible. Keep that score exactly where it is. Not seeing any new defensive alignment for the Lady Indians. First pitch from Cameron Lee is swung on for strike 1. That next pitch is going to be a little high and wide. count is now 1-1. There's another pitch swung on, 1-2. Just a quick reminder, the Lady Indians will be back in action this Monday at home against the Sunbright Lady Tigers. That pitch now makes it 2-2. And Lucas, correct me if I'm wrong here. Monday is also soccer's senior night, correct? It is. Who is that against? Oliver Springs. Okay. Pigeon Forge is going to get a base runner here via the hit by pitch. The good old HBP in the scorebook. So 1 on, no outs. That one's going to get away. Throw down, not in time. That runner pulls up to second base safely. Welcome back, Bo.
Appreciate it.
There's going to be a called strike. So count is 1-1. Or maybe I believe that he might have shown 2-1 there. There's a strike, though. So now a 2-strike count. That pitch is going to be taken for a ball. That runner on second base. That's going to be a foul ball. Count's going to stay where it's at. As there's a fly ball. Just gets away from J.C. Reed out there. Run comes in due to aggressive running from the Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers, kind of what we've seen out of the Lady Indians tonight. So now a runner on first base, and the Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers get their first run, not just of the game, but of the evening. Still no outs. Runner takes off for second. Throw is way wide. Picked up by second baseman J.C. Reed. So that runner is going to be able to pull into second base. Starting things off 1-0 in the count.
That was Rojas with the base hit in the last AB that moved down to second.
Counts now 2-0.
This is Posey at the plate, who is 0 for 1 on the ballgame.
One fouled directly into the air. Count moves to 2-1.
Don't know if you all noticed this. That's a new catcher into the ballgame for the Indians.
Is it?
That's Ashley Cotton behind the plate.
Is that?
That is Ashley Cotton behind the plate.
Throw over to third base. Got the runner in a rundown. Lauren Stevens chases her down for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, look at that single number behind the plate. That's Ashley Cotton behind the plate.
Oh, my goodness.
I guess they're allowing the seniors to maybe play a position they've never played before.
There's a fly ball hit in the air. Going to be caught by Melanie Lee for the second out of the inning. That is Ashlyn Cotton back there. You're absolutely right.
I didn't notice it until she took the mask off on the fly or on the pop foul.
See, I just thought that was Cadence Llewellyn.
Nope.
Maybe it might be because I don't have my glasses on, or maybe I just don't pay attention. But
no, I think it's because of the glasses, because they have a similar build.
They got similar hair colors,
similar hairstyles and hair colors. There's going to be a swinging strike, so now it's 1-1.
2 outs, and the bases are empty.
Just missing high.
Hi to you as well. I'm surprised I haven't made that joke this year.
I'll say,
yet.
if that's not a dad joke, I don't know what is.
It is.
At least you said it to a dad.
Yeah, I did. Counts 3-1 now.
Would you say that same joke to your dad?
Maybe. That's going to be called strike 3. It's the third out of the inning. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things that came into my head randomly.
I got you.
I felt like I needed to say it. More geese up ahead now. 3 outs in this inning. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth after the break here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
Respect, compassion, integrity, commitment, community. Those are a few of the principles that guide Mountain People's Health Councils in everything we do. We respect our patients and their need for quality health care. We have compassion on those that are sick and hurting and need help. We are committed to do everything we can to help those in need. And we're focused on providing our friends, family, and neighbors with the very best health care available.
Tommy's Motorsports is East Tennessee's premier power sports dealership. We're a full-service dealership offering sales, parts, and service with 2 locations to serve you. In Clinton, you'll find Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, Wave Runner, Polaris, Slingshot, and Homestead trailers. In Crossville, you'll find Honda, Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, Bad Boy, Roxor, and Yamaha. Come in today and see why Tommy's Motorsports has developed the highest reputation for quality and customer service.
We welcome you back for the bottom of the fourth here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers were able to score a run last inning, their first of the ball game and first of the evening.
You know, also, I want to give some props tonight. Amarian Kidd up here with us tonight on camera, and first games that he's done this year for us on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. He's done a fantastic job.
I believe
he has done a great job with this.
I don't think you'd have ever known that we've got a rookie behind the camera.
I mean, this is a rookie behind the camera tonight, and he's done a great job, and so kudos to this young man. I'm going to have to try to keep him around for a little while since we've got a couple more years with him here. So,
you a little pat in the back there, Maureen.
He talked to me a couple times. He's like, man, you need somebody at the game. And usually we always had it covered somewhere. And I'm like, you know what? Tonight's a great night for him to
since Will King bailed on us tonight.
Will was out of pocket tonight. I knew we had Lucas coming in to help. He's always around to help, and we thank Lucas, of course, for helping us out, as well as all of our other help that we have here. Of course, tonight, Johnny, of course, on the call, and then, of course, our tech directors. Back at home base, of course, we got to see one of them tonight. Clayton Posey was able to come up help us troubleshoot some things tonight, as well as Greg Bond down at the IH Sports Network, always helping us get some things on the air as well. So we thank those gentlemen as well for everything that they do to help us get these games out onto social media and out on the interweb for everybody.
And honestly, we're winding down on the season.
We are.
Both baseball, softball, and soccer. We're winding down completely. It's been a very successful spring for Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
I feel so, yes.
I absolutely feel like that's the case here. I mean, I don't know about all the viewers at home. I know we've had a fair share of consistent viewership. I've been having a blast. I've had a great time doing stuff like this.
I enjoy it, and I'm glad that you all are up here getting to be a part of this. This is something that was a pipe dream of mine just a few years ago, being able to get something started like this in the high school, and now we've got it up and running, and there's a lot of people to thank for that. Too many to thank right now, and it's hard to come up with all the names that have been involved with getting this off the ground and running, but everybody that's been involved with that, if you're watching, a special thank you all to everybody. This really means a lot to me. being able to get this thing going, and hopefully it continues for many years to go.
Didn't know we were going to get all sentimental.
I don't care. I'm sorry.
I'm going to cry over here, Bo. Cry.
I hope you do. Sorry.
Dadgummit, Bo. Dadgummit, Bo. Who is this in the batter's box? I can't see.
J.C. Reed's
Reed
at the plate.
I know she's in a 3-1 count. Shut up, Siri. She's going to take the walk, leadoff walk, puts that base runner on for the Lady Indians, brings up Cameron Lee. But the potential to do some damage here early on in the inning with no outs.
Again, the rules have changed again on the run rule, so I'm not sure how many runs Oneida would have to pick up here in the inning to end this game via the run rule. That's the 5-4 force out at second is accomplished as J.C. Reed goes down on the force out, putting one away.
Cameron Lee still standing on first base. We were discussing it at break. We know it's 15 after 3, but
I can't remember if it's 12 after 4 and 10 after 5, because I know that 8 runs, I believe, after 5, or at least it used to be 8 runs after 5. So not sure what that magic number is if you're a fan of the Indians.
Cameron Lee takes second base after the pass ball. Shayla Shoemaker now in the box. She's going to take third base as well, Cameron Lee is. I believe that's a 2-0 count now to Shayla
It is,
Shoemaker.
and Shayla 1 for 2 on the ball game today.
There's a ground ball third base side.
Oh,
and nobody's covering first base. Run comes in. First baseman came down to try to assist the play at the plate, but no, that means she was not covering first base, and there was no play able to be made at first base. So now Melanie Lee stepping in with a runner on first and an additional run. They now lead 11-1. That ball's going to skirt away. Shayla Shoemaker is going to pull into second base.
Which tells me that it's definitely not 10 after 4. So possibly it's 12 after 4, which means the proverbial winning run is now at the plate for the Lady Indians.
Did you just use the word proverbial?
I did.
I mean, I've got no words for that. Maybe because you just used the ultimate word in proverbial.
Especially for the fact that she has been as aggressive as she has been on the base paths. And look here.
And she did
beats out a 20-foot single.
We almost had another situation again because the first baseman attempted to make a play there. Second baseman thankfully came over to cover first. Brings up Shiloh Shoemaker, but now those runners on first and second, and like you said, the proverbial, I'm doing air quotes, you can't see it obviously. Swing there, they're going to move up to second and third. Counts 0-1. Now that proverbial run is in scoring position. Big opportunity here for the senior Shiloh Shoemaker.
I would love to see her get a base hit right here to score 2 and possibly in this ball game. That would be just such a boost for Shiloh Shoemaker to drive in the winning runs right here.
That next pitch is taken for a ball. That one runs in, nearly hits her bat. That's why they always tell you, get that bat down.
Yeah, I was going to say, it nearly was a foul ball.
I've been a victim of it once or twice.
I was in high school numerous times.
I learned after the second or third time I did it.
Yeah, a couple different times in high school. I had one foul off the bat and then come back and hit myself in the head with it. I mean, how bad does that have to be?
Well, that's a you problem.
Yeah, I know it is. Believe you me. Look how close the first baseman is playing on the pitch.
And still there. I think her mentality is to come in and back up in the case of the passed ball.
Which is exactly what she did right there.
And they're going to take the walk. Bases loaded. Bringing up Katie Mae Sexton.
Number 23, Katie Mae Sexton.
Bases loaded. 1 out. Winning run, or potential winning run at second base. I wouldn't be surprised to see some fireworks here. That one gets down the line. 1 run is in.
Oh.
Little fumble at the plate by Shayla Shoemaker. Here comes the second. And this ball game is over. The head official comes out there and says, we're done. 13-1 final after the walk-off down-the-line double by Katie Mae Sexton. Able to be somewhat of a hero here tonight. So as the ladies shake hands, we're going to take a break and be back with some final thoughts after this here on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network.
When your job requires concrete, call Twin K Enterprises. We take pride in both residential and commercial projects. Our concrete is state certified and lab tested with proven high strength mix result. We have certified facility operators and mix design technicians to be sure our customers get the best mix the first time, every time. Twin K has 6 concrete plants to serve the entire Highway 27 corridor from Georgia to Kentucky. Twin K, call 569-6341.
My name is Wayne King. I'm owner-operator of Baby J's Pizza. We've been in business since 2017, and we think we have the best pizza in town. We have our regular hand-tossed pizzas. We have thin crust. We have thin crust cauliflower. We also offer vegan. We also offer dairy-free, gluten-free. We have low-carb, no-carb. We have a wide variety because we want to serve the best customer base possible and give everybody the opportunity to experience a good pizza.
Your final score in this one, the Oneida Lady Indians 13, the Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers 1. 2-game doubleheader this evening, Bo. Lady Indians coming out with run rule victories in both of them. The first one, 17 runs after the third. The second one, 13-1 after the fourth. So a great night, senior night out here at Jackie Lay Sports Complex. Great night for the fans of the Lady Indians. Just
a nice offensive output by the Lady Indians overall. Once again, 2 victories tonight over Pigeon Forge secures at least 4th place for the Lady Indians in district standings, which means they will host the first round of the district tournament playing game. That will be next week, I believe on Friday, and they will should be hosting this same Pigeon Forge team here next Friday in that playing game.
I noticed you said at least. Does that have the possibility to change?
I don't know if they have the possibility of climbing above 4th or not. Either way, it does secure them at least a home playing game for the district tournament.
So great senior night. I want to give one last big congratulations to the 5 young ladies, the seniors. Great contributors to this team over their 4 years playing, because like we said, all of them 4-year players. We're gonna miss them deeply.
Absolutely.
Like you said, many of them multi-year starters.
Correct.
Great contributions to this team. I don't think this would be the team it is without them, for sure.
No, and remember, this is not the end of the road for the Oneida Indians Network this year. We are still back on the air next Monday. We had a senior night last night for you. We had one tonight for you. Come check us out on Monday. Soccer senior night once again on Monday night as the Indians host the Bobcats of Oliver Springs. That'll be I believe a 6 o'clock start, maybe 6:30. You can check with us on our social media pages for that one. Myself, I'll be on the call for that one along with Lucas Laxton, I believe, and Jillian Cross for that one. So if you're a fan of Oneida Indians athletics, we've got something for you just about every night, I promise.
And that brings us back to what we said a little bit at the start of the 4th inning. It's been a great spring for the Oneida Indians Network. We've we've been able to do so much. We've come so far from, especially last year when we were just doing 1 or 2 baseball and softball broadcasts a year, a couple soccer broadcasts, and you were working so hard and basically all by yourself.
Well, no, it's not been by myself. I promise you, this has been a big team effort.
I'm talking about
everybody.
last year.
But just thank you all for everything that you've done, and thank you for the supporters that are watching us on social media throughout this endeavor. We appreciate everything, and hope that we can continue to bring you broadcasts as the years progress.
So, well, we're going to say goodbye for now. Like Bo said, we'll be back on Monday with soccer action. So, once again, we want to thank everybody involved. Thank you to Lucas Laxton and Amarian Kidd helping us out on camera tonight. Thank you to Clayton Posey and Greg Bond. Jonathan Markham brought you the call tonight, joined by Bo Kidd. Really, we want to mostly thank everybody at home for an amazing spring. And we're going to say goodbye. Your final score in this one, Oneida Lady Indians 13, Pigeon Forge Lady Tigers 1. And we thank you for everything that's you've brought us this spring on the Oneida Indians Network and the IH Sports Network. Stay safe, everybody.